smart maintenance is not only the natural progression, it's what we have to do as an industry to get to the next level. We're just not going to have the number of qualified techs we need. So we need to service equipment when it needs serviced instead of when we think we need to service it. One of the most impressive things with SmartAC was the first time I picked one up and held it in my hand, because you can just feel the quality of the industrial design. The guys did a tremendous job. We look at a lot of different products, and a lot of people use, off-the-shelf enclosures and things. You could tell right away that SmartAC was different. And some of the things that they did aren't that apparent either. And one of them is the way that they designed the Supplier Sensor so that the air goes into the back of the sensor so they can get an accurate temperature and humidity measurement. That's like really important, because where they mounted the sensor is on the face of the register. Well, why do you want to mount it on the face? Because literally with a couple of neodymium magnets, we can connect the sensor, and it makes the installation truly about a 10-minute installation. So we're dropping a sensor in the return, so we're measuring temperature and barometric pressure so we can tell the condition of your filter. We're mounting one on the supply, just again, magnetic snap-on. Same locations, we're putting the probes for measureQuick. And then we're setting a water sensor on the ground so we can detect any liquid water that might form from condensation or a pan overflowing, things like that. So the sensor placement, the simplicity of it, the fact that they're wireless, right? That's the other key thing on the industrial design, is wireless sensors makes this truly a fast installation, and it does, like I said, all of the key measurements are there to provide the safety, like a catastrophic failure from water damage, which is a huge problem, and to also that efficiency, which is monitoring the temperatures entering the system and leaving that supply. All right, so the big advantage of partnering, of using SmartAC and measureQuick together is that whole process of commissioning. We need to make sure that the system is properly operating before we actually start to monitor it. And this is a huge advantage to the contractor, because what it does is it eliminates a truck roll, right? The whole idea, if we're going to monitor a system, is we want to make sure it's properly operating before we monitor it. If we have to go back out a week, a month, even a few days later because SmartAC detected there's a problem with a system, then we've sort of undermined this whole intent of the 2-to-1, of being able to get, take 2 calls and turn into 1 call, because we've just made a non-billable call out of it. So measureQuick, using measureQuick to commission the system is going to eliminate that secondary call, and that's really at the end of the day what we're trying to do. measureQuick is the key to making products like SmartAC work, because again, we have to have that baseline. Where do we start to monitor from? measureQuick establishes that baseline, and then when we deviate from that baseline, measureQuick provides us a benchmark or a known set of operating conditions that we can return that system back to its ideal operation. And it does it faster than any technician could actually do it by hand. The key thing is here, by the time the system stabilizes with measureQuick, we know what's wrong. And if you look at it in the case of your technician doing it, by the time the system stabilizes, they're just starting to figure out what's wrong. And with, again, leveraging technology to commission a system, leveraging technology to monitor the system, leveraging technology to return it back to its baseline is how we're going to make this industry better, and we're going to make it better for the consumer and also more profitable for the company.